everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video on how to make a cool looking storybook sky for the stage. Behind me you see we've got the set of Pinocchio and we made kind of a stylized, interesting, kind of angular sky, but we also put some really neat clouds in front of those, and I just wanted to quickly show you how we did that. Okay, so for Pinocchio, we made a false proscenium, and really what we did is we made a big giant ovular arch here. But what really sets that apart and kind of offsets that angular look to it is these clouds. The clouds are made out of 1.5 inch pink styrofoam, and here, let me just get closer here, I can show you. They're also backlit. We've got little LEDs. You can sort of see that we've got LED strips running behind them. You see the LED strips here? And those can plug into our light board then too, and then we've got them between the layers of the clouds too. So these are just cut out of 1.5 inch styrofoam, pink styrofoam, just the stuff that you get at your home center. And you see over here we have a tiny little cloud that has a lot of LEDs behind it here too. Up here, same kind of thing. So these clouds really are very simple to make. They're just made in layers. So here's a layer, and you can hear that that's just styrofoam painted. You know, a layer, and then just a gap layer, so that kind of gives it depth, and then another layer here too. But once they're painted, they just look so whimsical. You know, they look really like they're cut out of paper, really, and just have a neat storybook look to them. So they're simple, you know. I mean, they're really not hard to make, and I just wanted to show you guys how these things can be used to make just a really interesting, almost pop-up quality storybook looking sky. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to show you though was you can also then put an interesting sky behind it. So what we did is, this is just 1/8 inch masonite. Let me zoom in here so you can sort of see the layers. We made our false proscenium, painted it black. You see that it's painted black there. What we did is we had this 1/8 inch masonite stuff that we just stapled on the front of it. So I'll quickly just walk you through what we did is we had the whole stage laid out with 4x8 sheets of 1/8 inch masonite, also called hardboard, depends on where you're from and where you're buying it. Masonite is just a composite material. It's like sawdust compressed with resin. Usually I would like to use Luan for this, but that has just become so expensive in my area that masonite, 1/8 inch masonite was the way to go. We painted all of that white, and then we spattered with a lot of water. We kind of did watercolor technique and just put all kinds of color on there. We wanted our main colors to be blue, green, yellow, and sometimes a little bit of purple and red. So we mixed all that stuff up, painted it really watery, and a couple students and I were able to do this in a day. And then when that dried, we cut them all into 1/8 inch strips, and here's the effect. So it almost has sort of a stained glass sort of look. You see that this effect you can only get when you use a lot of water, you know, so you're basically spattering paint onto a really wet surface. But you mix these things up, so you know, maybe this board went with this board, maybe. But you can see the water swirls here too. But a lot of people have been asking how we made this, and they thought that we painted this all at once. But no, we didn't. We just painted this stuff down on the floor, cut them into strips, and you can see then that it's just stapled on. We stapled this stuff on to our false proscenium and gave it a really neat striated fun sky, you know, that kind of backs these clouds up. The show is Pinocchio, so we wanted strings. We wanted people to be able to see the strings holding up the clouds. We're trying to make it look like these things are made out of paper or cardboard or something like that. Remember Eric Carle's book, The Hungry Caterpillar? Kind of looks like that. He was a really great collage maker, did storybooks. this sort of looks a little bit like that. We found some inspiration there. It's just a neat effect. So if you wanted an idea for what you can do on the stage that's pretty simple, these are a couple cool ideas for making really whimsical looking clouds and fun, interesting looking collage sort of quality to a sky behind it. So I hope you found that interesting. Maybe you guys can pull something like this off too. If you do, and if you find this is something that you're gonna do for your show or whatever, leave some comments for me. I would love to hear that. I think it's always fun to know how we can share ideas on YouTube. So anyways, have a great day, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.